Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this video for day 4 of the 30 days of Ho'oponopono challenge. Today's topic is on the topic of self-harm. If you would like to go ahead and see the journey that I took to get to this topic and the realizations that came through for me when I applied the practice of Ho'oponopono to a different topic and got here, please go ahead and watch the chat day 4 self-harm video. I thank you so much for joining me on this journey and being willing to go into this practice to love yourself for any harm that you may have caused yourself or may still be causing yourself, either mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. We will add at the end of this Ho'oponopono for anyone in the outside world that you have judged as causing harm mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually to yourself or to others, as we recognize their actions as a reflection of the self-harm that is occurring within us. Let's dive in. Allow yourself to get comfortable and close your eyes. If you haven't already, let people in your space know that you're going to be going into this practice. Go ahead and do that now. Open your eyes and take care of it. If you're not in a space where closing your eyes feels comfortable and safe, please wait until you're in a space where that is the truth. As we close our eyes, we're going to bring our attention to our breathing, and we're going to start taking deeper breaths than any breaths we've taken today. Go at your own pace, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep breathing in, inhaling and exhaling more than you have today, really just allowing yourself to feel the air moving through your body. We do this as a way of anchoring our experience, our awareness, our minds, our emotions, our body into this present moment. The breath, inhaling and exhaling, happens in the now. So as we focus on the breath, we essentially are focusing on this moment, which helps us to release our day, to release anything that happened before we entered into this practice. We can release as well anything that we are anxious about, worried about, trying to control, trying to navigate, that's coming up in the future. The breath is here right now. You can return to your normal breathing as we draw our awareness and our attention to the imagination center. This is the area behind your forehead, between your eyes. It looks like a black movie screen. You're keeping your eyes closed, but looking in that direction as though you could see the inside of your head. And on the inside of your head, we're going to start imagining. Now, different people experience imagination differently. You may have visions. You may smell smells. You may hear sounds. You may feel feelings. You may simply intend that this is the experience without having any sort of imagination response or sensory input. That's fine. Whatever is happening is good and right for you. It measures the amount of imagination, it's the amount of time you've spent practicing and utilizing your imagination centers. So be gentle and loving with yourself as you go through this process. Know that it is common to be distracted when in a practice such as this one. Our mind is trained to wander, and if it's out of practice, holding itself in one specific location that you are choosing, that's okay. You get to train it by noticing that it's run off and gently guiding it back to the sound of my voice, guiding it back to the visualization exercise that we're engaged in. Knowing that this is natural and being gentle and loving with yourself is always encouraged. So in this imagination center, in this mind's eye, I'm going to invite you to imagine yourself. Imagine that you are looking in a mirror and seeing a reflection of you. Even if you have trouble getting the details, you might feel your energy in the reflection. You might see maybe just your hair or just your eyes or your glasses or your shirt. You might just feel your presence. You may see nothing at all occurring, but you might just know that you've called in front of you yourself, your own being, your own energy. And I want you to be honest as you start to evaluate the harm that you may have caused yourself. So in the mirror, perhaps there are bruises starting to form, cuts and scrapes that you're starting to see. You're starting to see the dreary eyes, perhaps. You're starting to see any signs of the harm that you have caused yourself. You're seeing it really manifest in physical form in the mirror. Or perhaps you're feeling it in your body. You're just being aware of the mean words that you've said to yourself, the choices you've made that have physically caused you pain, the emotional journeys that you've taken yourself on that have not been supportive to you, the choices that you make that are not aligned with what your spirit wants for you and your life. Can you see all of the harm in all of the ways? From the past all the way up to this moment, are you able to see it? Bring it into view if you can. And now we're going to offer Ho'oponopono. We're going to start with I'm sorry. So what you're going to do is tell the reflection in the mirror, and you can watch your mouth move or hear the sound of your voice. I do recommend saying this out loud if that's aligned with where you are and you feel comfortable. We're going to start with I'm sorry. And I'm going to be doing this right along with you, so I am going to be saying this to myself in my images. So I'm going to be going at my own pace. You can feel free to go at your own pace as you say your I'm sorries to this image of you in the mirror for all of the harm that you have done to yourself from the moment you came into existence up until this moment that you're looking at yourself in the mirror and apologizing for. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And you're more than welcome to spend more time with any of these phrases. I invite you to lightly open your eyes just enough to see, to pause the video and then close them, go back into seeing yourself in the mirror and offering up the phrase and press play, opening your eyes lightly again when you are ready, settling back in to the next phrase, which is going to be please forgive me. So we're going to say to ourselves, please forgive me, please forgive me, please forgive me. Ask yourself to forgive yourself for all of the harm, for every single act of self-betrayal that you have experienced and endured throughout your life. Ask an apology for it. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. move on to the next phrase, our expression of gratitude to ourselves for putting up with all of the things that we've put ourselves through. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Still seeing ourselves in the mirror, still seeing our lips move, perhaps seeing some of the scars and some of the bandages and some of the bruises going away, disappearing as we give thanks. Thank you, self. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And if you want to take a deep breath, you can do that now as we move on to the final phrase. I love you. So looking ourselves in the eyes, seeing the last bits of our cuts and our bruises healing as we stare ourselves in the eyes and we say, I love you. 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 Love you. I 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 love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you. Love you. I 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 love you. Love you. I love you. Taking a deep breath here, if it feels good and supportive to you, inhaling through the nose and out the mouth. And we're going to expand this mirror, expand this visualization to the mirror being the size of the entire room. And in this mirror, you can see every single person that you have ever judged for harming another. Every single person, every single situation where you have judged that there was harm done and then you have been upset and affected and hurt, and whatever the response was, call in the people in your life that you have seen cause harm and that have really upset you in your life. And we're going to offer these 4 phrases to them as we honor and recognize that they came into our lives to show us the reflection of the harm that we have done to ourselves. So we offer up all of the people reflected in this mirror, all of the situations, everyone crammed into this room where we have a mirror the entire length of it. We can see everyone in the room. We're going to offer up Ho'oponopono. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Please forgive me. Thank you. Again, you can go at your own pace. You can say them in any order. You can repeat some if you want. You can focus on specific people. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And then I'm going to invite you to imagine that all of these people are disappearing. They're disappearing in a way that looks beautiful and graceful and gentle until there's only you left in the mirror again. And just having a moment with yourself And if you feel comfortable and it feels aligned, looking yourself in the eyes and making a promise to yourself to work on the ways that you harm yourself and to check in with the things that you're doing to harm yourself. Anytime that you notice yourself being upset at others for harming others or you, ask yourself, wait a second, have I harmed myself today? Did I just harm myself? And allow yourself to be open to the honest truth in response. Making that pledge to ourselves so that we can release ourselves from the self-harm and we can release this planet from the harm that we see. Simply by releasing the harm that is within our bodies, within our beings, within ourselves. When you are ready, you can bring movement back into your hands, back into your feet, back into your body. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope it has been supportive. Please feel free to share your experiences. Please feel free to share this video if you are inspired. As always, Namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.